I just came back from Mahakumbh, and I must confess that this experience was absolutely unexpected. Never have ever I had this kind of experience till date in my life, although I'm an ardent solo traveler since many years. And this has been a life changing experience. I'm sure any of you who is hearing this and who have gone to Mahakumbh might have experienced the same thing. But in this video, more than Mahakumbh, which I'm sure you have been hearing and seeing and reading a lot about, I would like to bring your focus into a crucial aspect of life which is not taken very seriously. Needless to say, it has tons of benefits, and I'm referring to the aspect of traveling. Now, when I say traveling, please don't misunderstand it as a touristry thing, where you book certain packages through certain agencies and you go with a group and everything is arranged for you, so it has limited options and everything. No, I'm not referring to that particularly. I'm referring and talking about the real traveling, where you explore yourself firsthand, where you plan things yourself, and there are tons of things which are completely unplanned. Okay, now let me ask you, how many times have you really gone for traveling just to explore, not having any agenda or not having any kind of thing in mind that okay, because I have to take my family over there, let me go and this and that? No. How many times in your life till date have you really ventured into traveling aspect? And this is typically for the women listeners out there who is listening to me right now. My question is for you also specifically. How many times have you ventured into traveling, typically solo traveling? Because many times I have heard from people, even people have told me that do not go for solo traveling. If you go over there, things are not good outside, etc., etc. A lot of things can happen. Now, here are certain real life experience or feedback or review from my end. The first and foremost thing is the world, the outside people, the places that you go, okay, typically in general are way nicer than what you see on social media and any kind of news out there. I have faced and I have come across certain situations where people have literally helped not just me, I have seen other people as well, and they have gone out of their way to help us, help me, okay, the strangers whom people don't even know. So the people in real life are really way nicer than you actually assume them to be, typically the strangers. Okay, and yes, I'm putting out a generalized situation over here. The next aspect is I have observed that the fears and the inhibitions and the assumptions that you have, the person in front of you also have the same thing. So imagine if you can have certain outlook, the person in front of you will also have the similar outlook. What if you start changing that outlook? How would that society look like? How would that world look like? And most importantly, how would your personal experience be? Okay, the other aspect is when you are traveling, typically if you're solo traveling, the kind of challenges, or let me put it, the kind of situations that you face make you so much, I would say, confident, smart, thinking on your toes, and absolutely being present in the moment that otherwise you could not have been that kind of person, because your physical, mental, emotional energy, everything is focused on the situation at hand, specifically when you're traveling. Because what happens is when you are in a different place, you are in a different energy environment which is not familiar to you. So naturally, all your attention and focus is right there in the present moment, which otherwise you find it very difficult to have in your day-to-day routine, at your home, in your office, anywhere. Now, let's say you are somebody who is a working professional or somebody who is a business owner. If you can consciously take up traveling, particularly solo traveling, to certain unknown place where you have never been before there in your entire life, come back from there and you see what are the things that has actually created an impact in your life. How has your thinking process shifted from where it was to where it is now? How is it that you are actually analyzing every situation? situation? How are you making the decisions? Okay, who have you become as a person after that trip? Now, let's say you go on a solo trip and you really do not have a very good experience. A lot of situations arise and things happen. Yes, it might happen because nothing is 100% right or wrong. There are always gray areas over there. So you need to keep in mind few things when you venture out for traveling, whether with one person, two people, or solo traveling, does not matter. You need to keep few things in mind. Keep in handy all the emergency numbers. Wherever you are going, keep in handy the useful information like police station, hospital, helpline numbers, etc. Okay, keep in handy certain kind of essential items like your phone, your the charger, the power bank, certain safety tools like a whistle, like spray, a defense mechanism, okay, a torch, like if sometimes your phone runs out and there is no flashlight, you can utilize that torch. Okay, ensure that where you are going, you check the weather forecast over there, because accordingly you can pack things. All right, and one of the most important thing is learn to pack light. Stop taking unnecessary extra items which are not required, because this is also a very important skill that people need to develop over the years, because we are brought up and conditioned in a way that the more things we have, it makes us more safer and more happier. That is a complete misconception. So when you start traveling, you understand the importance and the practicality of packing light, and you really realize that how little and how less you require for your sustenance. Okay, not just survival, happily living, how much it is really required. Next, do not forget to pack the first aid or emergency medical kit, any kind of medicines that you're having, etc. And always keep something as a protective shield. When I say protective shield, so for example, let's say you are traveling in the mountain area, so you have to take certain gears, the protective gears out there. If you're going and venturing into the ocean area, the beach area, you have to take certain gears accordingly. Let's say if you're going to forests, you need to take certain things accordingly. So wherever you are going, a precise and a crisp way of planning is important. I have mentioned a lot of these aspects in my blog and my website. I'll put the link in the description. You can check out those things. But here is one thing. It doesn't matter whether you are a housewife, a house husband, you are a professional, you're a student, you're a business owner, does not matter. What matters is how much of your life have you really explored? Because you think that I have so many years to live and I will die maybe after 80, 90 or 100 years of age. Well, here is the question for you. Do you have a guarantee for that? If not, you need to start planning and exploring today itself and just see how your life changes, how you change as a person, as a human being. Trust me, after you start doing that, you are going to write to me and share your experience. Okay? Now coming quickly back to my Mahakumbh experience. So when I started to book for my Mahakumbh journey, and one of my friend got to know I'm traveling solo, so she said, okay, I also want to go. Another friend also said, I also want to go. So three of us booked the tickets, train tickets, and we went to the Mahakumbh, and we stayed there for 2 nights and next another half a day. So we were really lucky to take a dip in the Triveni Sangam all the 3 days in different times of the day and night. Okay, once in Brahma Muhurta, once in the afternoon, and once at night. And it has been an amazing experience seeing the vibrant culture, the millions of people who are there without any incidents, at least in my personal experience over there. Millions of people getting into the water smoothly, effectively, cooperating, supporting each other. There is no, pushing and pulling and things like that. And the kind of things that you see, which is the real India, the real Bharat. And hats off to the government out there. I mean, the administration, the more I say, the less it will be, because managing 400, 500 millions of people over there, the cleanliness, the structured way of managing things 24/7 is incredible. I think this is one of the biggest case study in the human history till date, in the human civilization, that can be made out of it. And it is really appreciative of the people supporting, contributing day and night over there to make this Mahakumbh what it is. Okay, and when we were returning, VIP were coming in, some politicians, and there was a huge crowd. So ultimately, the train stations were, closed down, and of course, there was a lot of rush, and we had to take the bus journey, and finally, we reached our destination. So overall, the Mahakumbh experience was like incredible for me personally, and I could not find, even with the tiredness, the confusion, and so many things, I could not find one thing that I can actually highlight. Oh, this went wrong, or that happened, or I did not like that, or nothing like that. It was something I went with open heart, open arms, open mind, and experienced it to the fullest. And it has been one of the biggest experience, and I think it will remain one of the biggest experience in my entire life. So thank you for listening over here, and I will come with yet another podcast episode. So do share in the comment section your experience of your traveling experience, or even the Mahakumbh experience, and any other thing that you would like to hear from me. Thank you so much. Namaskar.